Before I talk about HB 4866, I'd like to share a piece of my personal story. My grandparents were Greek immigrants who boarded a ship across the Atlantic with little more than a dream to start a family in America, the land of opportunity. I vividly remember the early stories Grandma would tell me of her and Grandpa digging the ditches for the sewer and water for their house while she was pregnant with a child, working odd jobs to make ends meet, and wondering how they were going to put food on the table for a Thanksgiving meal. My grandpa's passion was to ministry, where he served as a megaphone touting street preacher on the streets of Chicago. It was not uncommon for him to come home injured because he had gotten roughed up on the streets. One time, someone threw a glass bottle at his head, causing him to bleed, but he never stopped preaching. It was also not uncommon for him to surprise my grandma with guests that he met out on the streets of Chicago and bring them home for dinner, which she loved. Thankfully, my grandma was an early female entrepreneur and supported Grandpa in his mission of ministry. She started a local daycare business that supported the family and showed them the way to keep on dreaming the American dream. Through hard work and determination, they were able to raise 3 children. My 2 uncles both enlisted in the service, attended college, and later started their own business, a dental practice in Oak Lawn. Mom also went on to college and became an interior designer. Each of their 3 children went on to have 6 kids of their own. And I am proud to be a grandson of these Greek immigrants. Many of you echo similar stories as mine. Many of those that have come before us have had the opportunity to accomplish the American dream. Unfortunately, there is a great injustice occurring in our state today. An injustice that we have the power to fix. This injustice is the growing chasm of the haves and the have-nots in our state. Many communities across our state are struggling just to catch their breath, let alone dream of the future. Why are some struggling communities across our state paying 4 times the effective tax rate than more affluent communities in the very same county? This is wrong, and we can do better. Why are struggling communities afforded the right to safe streets, quality education, and good-paying jobs? This is wrong, and we can do better. Why are struggling communities' ability to believe and achieve the American dream being suffocated by a lack of opportunity? This is wrong, and we must do better. Many families, communities, and businesses in Illinois are struggling to survive under our state's property tax burden. That is why Rep. Ugasti and I have introduced House Bill 4866. This is groundbreaking legislation that will establish the Education Property Tax Relief Fund. Once established, this fund will not only finance our schools the way they should be, but it will also reduce the property tax bill for some schools by up to 15% by awarding property tax grants to local school districts. All this can be done without the need to raise any additional taxes and would result in an estimated $82.4 billion in property tax relief for residents across the state over the course of the next 21 years. We must not stand in the way of our neighbors to believe that their kids and grandkids can do better and accomplish more than they ever hoped or dreamed. Together, we can stand up and lead the way to transform lives of millions of individuals and families for generations to come. Please join us in supporting House Bill 4866.